morning, all you wonderful money masters out there. Welcome. It's so great to be here with you. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and welcome to the Trader's Edge. For all you folks waking up on the West Coast, thanks so much for joining us on the radio in the Spokane area and all around there. For those folks that are listening to us on the archive show at 12 noon, thanks so much. I hope that power has been restored to everybody in the Northeast. I'm sure there's still folks without power, and what a tough stretch, For those of us that live in Florida, we've been through that before, and at least what you've got up there is you've got some mild weather. So, at nighttime, it's kind of nice and cool, and I'm sure, and you've got your blankets on, and, and just thanks so much for joining us, folks. I absolutely love being here with you. This is an easy day for me. I've got 2 hours following this show. You've got Tom and myself doing the Money Masters show. Little secret today. It's Tom's birthday. Tom's birthday. So got to have a lot of callers calling in to wish Tom a happy birthday. He turns 39 today. 39. God, it's beautiful to be young again. And, the markets, well, you got the Dow futures, the S&P futures, everything's down big. Whether you're in Europe, whether in the U.S., we'll go talk about that in a bit. You can always give me a call, 877-927-6648. If there's something you want to look at, if maybe you've got a question about something that I've discussed or something that you're trying to get your head wrapped around, could be a Gartley pattern, a butterfly pattern, swing points, ABCDs, whatever it might be, give me a call. You're welcome to give me a call. We can go take a look at your chart, if you will. And, my real outcome here is always to be able to teach you something. And I have an expression. I've been saying this for, I can't even remember how long it is. But it is absolutely the way that I live my life. I believe it's also the way that you live your life. And it's this. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. And just think about it, folks. And just think about the people that are in your life. The way you do anything in life, folks, is the way you do everything. I work hard. I play hard, I live hard, and I'm passionate about everything that I do. And hopefully you are as well, or if there's something that you want to be able to change in your life, you can in a heartbeat. You just simply need to understand why you do the things you do. And, folks, the way I look at it, every day we get up and we're breathing, it's a new day. It doesn't really matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter where you've come from. All that really matters is where you're going. And in this day and age, you got to have a map. And part of your map is being here with us at TFNN. And, we want to help you be able to map the markets. We want to be able to map what's going on inside your mind. I start my day off, with my favorite spot over my shoulder. It's Lanai, and a great place. Hopefully, some of you folks get a chance to get out there. There's 2 resorts on the island. One is called the Manelli Bay Hotel. It's right down on the water. It's just not too far away from this spot here that we're taking a look at. And then there's a spot up at the top of the mountain called the Coeli Lodge. Absolutely beautiful place to go. If you're looking for peace and solitude, you just want to get away from everything, it is absolutely the place to go. You can have a blast. If you like to play golf, incredible golf courses. If you like to drink, they got that covered too. And just relaxation. You don't have to worry about driving. You got buses that take you everywhere. And if you get a chance, you really should experience that place. And, if you're over there, let me know. Now, yesterday we talked about, just real quickly about, there's 2 things that influence us. And those things here, if you're watching us on TigerTV, love you to watch us on TigerTV. Just go to the homepage of TFNN. You get to see my screens. You can follow along. You can take some notes or what have you. But the 2 things that influence us, our state of mind, okay? And that's why I really spend a little bit of time with you each day about helping you to find your peak state of mind. Because when you do that, it's just so important. So important because it'll set your tone for the day. It'll set your tone for how it is that you're going to be able to react to things. And then, folks, what's really even more critical is your blueprint. And your blueprint in life is your belief system. It's your rules about how life is supposed to be. Now, here's the problem with your blueprint and not even understanding how it is that you start wiring yourself internally. Most of us, what we do is we set up a set of boundaries, and we live inside these boundaries. What my goal is, what my mission is to help you stretch a little bit further each and every day and widen those boundaries. A lot of those boundaries are set when it comes to money, when it comes to investing money, when it comes to managing money, when it just simply comes to whatever it is that you do in life. It's usually these boundaries. Now, a lot of times, these boundaries are set up because of rules that we've created inside our mind, because of interpretations that we've created. Let me give you an example. One example would be I got electrocuted. Of course, that's why my hair stands on end these days, and why I am so different, right? But when I was 13 years old, I remember I came home with my mom. Who knows where we were at, and we were probably driving her Corvair or something, and went into the kitchen, and the dishwasher that we had, a hose had busted in there. And so what I did was, there was a vacuum cleaner. It was like a linoleum floor, what have you, back then. And so, we walked in the house. It was flooding. I wanted to turn the water off. Wanted to, take care of getting things out of the way so that things didn't get destroyed or wrecked. And what I did was, I did the smart thing, right? I didn't want to destroy my shoes, my tennis shoes. I'm sure I was wearing tennis shoes at the time. And what I did was I took my shoes off, walked into the kitchen, made sure that the dishwasher was turned off, and then grabbed for the plug to unplug the electric vacuum cleaner. Let me tell you, folks, when you get electricity that runs through you like that, what happens, you're grabbing something like this, if you're watching on Tiger TV and your muscles contract. We talk about contractions and expansions here, right? And it contracted, and there was no way for me to let go. And so I was like, plugged in the wall. And then, and my mom saw what was happening. She just rushed in. Luckily, her shoes were on, if you will. But it was a struggle just to even pull me off of there. Now, imagine if my rule based on that was simply, I don't ever want to go near electricity again. I probably wouldn't be here, if you would. If I was fearful, if that's set up in my life, don't touch, don't do something, because I just, in essence, got burned, if you will, because there was a fear that occurred. If that were to be my rule, folks, and look, I respect electricity. I learned from that lesson. When you're trading, I want you to be able to learn from your lesson. But if you've experienced losing something or having pain, loss of love, whatever you might, term it, folks, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to get back up on that horse and ride away. Instead, I have respect for electricity. Now, whenever I've got to fix anything in the house, you can bet I'm shutting off that power, because I learned from that lesson. A lot of folks, what they'll do, when you take a look at your blueprint, they would take that same situation and they would have fear. They might not go next to a vacuum cleaner. Of course, that's not such a bad idea, right? As long as you've got somebody else to take care of cleaning up after you. But that's just a little my humor. But what I want you to understand is that there are things that are happening. I remember when I was, it was before I was 16, and my dad took me out for some reason and had me driving him. He was calling on some accounts, and he had me drive him. And so we're driving in his car. We came to, what I found out shortly thereafter was a four-way stop. I didn't think I had to stop. I thought everybody else had to stop. And, I nicked a pretty good, it was a really nice convertible Mustang. Can't believe that that's the car that I actually hit. Nice convertible Mustang, and, took out the front fender pretty well. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Those were the days where there weren't any seatbelts in the car, too. And, but what my dad had me do at that stage, because you can imagine at that stage, I created an accident. Obviously, I didn't know, what the heck I was doing in driving. And but what my dad had me do was he had me immediately, drive again, continue driving. And what that helped me do, folks, it helped me to create, people say, how is it that I stay so positive, or how is it that when, life tries to knock you down that I get back up? Well, I guess that's part of my blueprint. That should also be part of your blueprint, because many folks would then all of a sudden, take the opposite side of that equation, and they would let their boundaries, they would let things hold them back. I was been in a couple of hit and runs, not as the person that caused it, but the person that got nailed. And 2 times the car that I was driving was totaled. Now, there was one time, it was the winter time, and I was hit by a drunk driver who had hit a couple of people before me. It was a hit and run. I remember my brother was over on the side. The snowbanks were huge, and I was getting ready to go on a date with this girl that I'd been dating. I'd gone up to the store to get this cool pair of pants or belt or something like that, and actually just totally wiped out my mom's car. And and the thing is, when I got hit, I was turning left. I was coming into oncoming traffic. Thank goodness when I was hit, there wasn't any cars that were coming. And it actually, that time there, I was wearing a seatbelt, broke through the seatbelt, broke the back of the seat, and And, but I was fine. I couldn't get out of my door because of where I was. I got out of the passenger door, and I saw this car taking off. And I started running after it. Of course, I'm running after it into oncoming traffic. Well, the shorter version of that story, I still had a date that I had to go pick up. Again, what my father did was he gave me the keys to his car. Now, it was only a two-car family at that time, but he gave me the keys to his car. He made me go out, go pick up my girlfriend at the time and go out on that date. So what you want to do is you want to understand that it's your blueprint in life, folks, that is going to allow you to do the things you want to do, or you just simply want to understand how it is that you're wired. Because what you can do, just like you do, folks, I bet you there's folks out there that have remodeled their house. What I want you to do is I want you to remodel your house. I want you to remodel whatever it is that is holding you back, because you can take those experiences, like money doesn't grow on trees. If you've experienced pain because you've lost money in the market, because you don't trust people in the market, what we want to be able to do here is we can teach you about what's going on in the markets. We can teach you about fear and greed. When we come back, we'll take a look at the charts because they absolutely show fear and greed, swing points, if you will. But if you are trying to figure out how you get from where you're at right now today to where it is that you want to go, take a look at your blueprint in life. Figure out what it is that's holding you back, and let's rewire that. That's what we do here at TFNN. We've got an absolutely great lineup for you today. You've got Tom's birthday, so we're going to be singing a lot of happy birthday. We got Tom and I doing the next show, then Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Tom from 4 to 6. Thanks for being here, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll be back in just a few.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge. You've got the Dow futures are down about 213 points. NASDAQ futures down 44. You got the small caps down about 29, the Russell down about 18, and folks, you know, we are doing the silver giveaway program, and this is so cool because this guy's name came across my desk yesterday, and then this morning when we came in here, you know, I was told who won the Great Panther silver giveaway contest, and it's Thomas Pesavento, no relation to Larry Pesavento. Congratulations, Thomas.
Well, thank you, and that's right, no relations, but I have to say, Larry is a wise man.
He is a wise man, absolutely. It was so cool because yesterday, you know, you ordered one of our gold kits from Tiger Metal Exchange.
Correct.
Yeah.
We got some gold we're looking to cash in on, and I entered the Silver Panther giveaway,
yes.
And just all the moon phases must just been in the right order for me.
Yeah, I love it. Your name was because, you know what, there was so much energy focused on your name because it's such a respected name around here that it, you know, so across my desk, and I said to one of the guys who was taking care of the kits here, said, God, I said, does Larry have a relative that we don't know about, you know, just down the street from us? And so then this morning when your name popped up again, I was like, wow, that's pretty wild. That's great. So, Thomas, where are you from originally?
Stewart, Florida.
Oh, okay. So Florida native.
Well, originally I'm actually from Connecticut.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've been down here for 30-something years, so I consider myself a native.
Yeah. Now, do you like the East Coast or the West Coast of Florida better?
I prefer right where I'm at in Stewart. It's a great community, and just love it here.
Yeah.
Paradise.
That's great. And how long have you been a listener?
Oh, heck. I've been listening to Tom O'Brien for about 7 years now, and I just love, you know, all the additions, and I think the two of you as a tandem, you're just great.
Oh.
You and Tom together on your morning show.
Well, thanks. We really appreciate that. You know, we have a blast when we do that show.
Yeah,
well, we have a blast anywhere. Anyway, you know, hey, look, it's not me, it's Tom. You know, he's got that magnetism. You know.
Yeah,
and,
you both got that good energy going.
Well, thank you very much. And you know, we really appreciate you listening. We really appreciate you participating in the programs. And it was really so cool to see your name come across the screen. And while I was doing my first segment, Larry was actually on the line. I didn't see that. So, you know, if he's around, hopefully he can call back, you know, and we can talk to him. But thanks so much for being, and I'll look forward to shaking your hand one of these days.
Yeah, same here. I'll get to one of your workshops, and hopefully I'll get to one where Larry's there and meet Larry, too.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. All right.
And I appreciate all you guys do for us out here.
Well, we
really do a great job.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Tell a few folks, would you? Help us grow.
All right, I will tell.
All right, that's great.
I'll tell them more than a few. I tell a lot of people every chance I get who's into investing.
Perfect. Do us a favor. Hey, Thomas, do us a favor. Just hold on. The production guy's going to just get with you, make sure we've got everything lined up for you. Okay, and let's go to our next caller. Let's go to Phil in Boston. Phil, thanks for calling.
Thank you very much. How you doing, Steve? Today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Not bad. Steve, I had a question really that it really falls into your expertise.
Okay.
I had some 90% silver.
Yeah.
Back I don't know when I sold some. I think silver was $45, $46.
You're the man. Good job.
Well, not that I'm that sharp, but I hate 90% silver. I like 99.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. The reason why is because if you ever get a big run up and you want to sell it, people are looking for 999, not 90.
Yeah.
That's what I remember back in 1980.
Yes.
But anyway, what I had done was I had sold it, and I think I got like $36 an ounce because that's what the 90 was bringing back.
Sure.
And I instead of taking a check, I did an exchange, and I exchanged it for United States Gold Eagles.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Those are beautiful coins.
But that wasn't perfect. The problem is I thought it was just an exchange, but I learned that you can't exchange silver for gold. You can exchange silver for silver, but for different types of silver, but you can't exchange by the tax rules.
Okay, yeah.
Is that true? Is that true? I mean, am I missing something on that point there?
To tell you the truth, Phil, I don't know. I would go with the assumption that one, that one is a sale, and so your first transaction was a sale, and that there aren't the carryover rules, with regard to real estate as it being a primary residence and being able to defer your tax gain. It'd be like owning, one silver stock versus another gold stock. So I would tend to go with that. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to give you tax advice here.
Okay, I just was curious. I want to go over the dollar with you.
Okay, we can do that when we get back. Phil, stay on the line. We got also Stuart from Louisville and 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your Gold Report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, and we are off to the races. You've got the Dow charging down. It's down 242. Composite down 63. S&P down 28 points. The small caps down 17, and small caps taking the largest hit right now, down about 2.3%. We're on the line with Phil, and from Boston, and Phil wanted to go ahead and take a look at the dollar. Was that right, Phil?
Yeah, I want to know if you think if it breaks through 79.46, whatever that number is up there, if you think it would get to 87.
Well, this thing has got one powerful ABC pattern, and it's got really, you can take a look at two of them. If you just take a look at the smaller one right now, which would go down from the lows of October 27th up to the high of November 1st, then you probably come down to the low of this morning. That takes you right to that $79 level. So that's the first one that you'd be taking a look at. And then what Phil's talking about, folks, he's talking about the swing point from October 4th, and that's the larger ABC that's out there. And so, what we'll find out is as we get into that $79 price point, what type of volume from a contract standpoint. And, you know how this works. At that swing point, if there's some volume, then you'll see the larger ABC. And, and you're talking about a real large one. I mean, you're going down from the 72 area up to the high there of, $70, $80, and where that would take us to. And boy, there would be some major pressure in the U.S. equities.
It could easily happen.
Yeah,
I mean, that could easily. I mean, and let's face it, the dollar is still, even with it going up, it's still bearish. I mean, the dollar still hasn't gotten out of a bearish trend.
Well,
it hasn't broken a bearish trend yet. I mean, it just hasn't.
Yeah, it is what it hasn't done. Is, certainly as you come down to the lows. I mean, it's kind of like in this consolidation pattern right now, because it didn't get all the way down to the lows that you had in April of 2008. You still have, lower highs here, and, really not until the dollar breaks above the 89 point.
Right. Then you're in bullish territory. You're in neutral territory anyway if you hit 89, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because, what you're in basically is, is a sideways consolidation move. At that stage. So, but there's absolute strength in the dollar, and there is certainly correlation between the U.S. markets and, and the dollar index. Yesterday, we didn't see as much of a correlation between gold and the U.S. dollar, and things are crazy overseas. Things are crazy everywhere. If we don't talk politics, I don't like to talk politics on the show, but things are crazy in the political arena. You take a look at what's going on at Penn State. That's insane, absolutely insane, and what's going on up there. It's just crazy around the world, don't you think?
They're talking about everything else but what's going on in Europe, and Europe's about to hit a depression. I mean, you got leaders dropping like flies in Europe. I've never seen anything like it. They got first Greece, now they got Italy. They're going to get Portugal, Spain, probably France. I mean, they're all going. They're gone. And they're basically broke.
Yeah.
Europe's broke.
Yeah, absolutely.
But believe me, that was. I mean, that's just a prelude to what's going to happen here eventually. But I don't know how long it's going to take before it hits the shore.
Yeah, well,
but right now they're piling into the dollar the way I see it.
Here's the cool thing. The cool thing about the U.S. economy, and not that we don't have problems, not that we don't have debt problems, but we are worker bees. I mean, you just take a look at the folks that are listening on the show. We're productive, we're creative. We don't mind working hard. We don't mind working smart. We want to be not just tacticians. We want to be, have a strategy. I know that's how you've made your successes in life. It's not just all from a tactical standpoint, but actually having a strategy. And
you always need a good strategy, Steve. There's no question. If you don't have my uncle taught me this lesson. A patent player will always outdo an instinct player.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't rely on your instincts. You got to go by patents. And
absolutely.
Hopefully you got the right patent and it works over and over again.
Absolutely. Good luck, Phil, great to hear from you. Thanks for calling. I really appreciate it. 877-927-6648. When we get back, we're going up to Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be right back, folks.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, thanks so much for joining us. You got the Dow down about 246, S&P's down 29, NASDAQ down Composite down 64, small caps down 18. And let's go to Stuart from Louisville, Kentucky. Stuart has been good enough to hang on the line. Thanks so much for doing that, Stuart.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just want to tell you and Tom, I'm sure you hate to hear Thomas's name all the time because you're his sidekick, but I think you do just as good a job. And I think you both are going to go up on the parabolic side as far as more viewers because I am just blowing you guys up.
Oh, perfect. I love it. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much for doing that. You know, we really appreciate that. There's no question that, you know, if there was any gift that anybody could give to us, it would just be by, you know, just telling, you know, 1, 2, 3 people, you know, about the show. And because, you know, even if they're not in the marketplace, because what we can do is we can get folks in the market, at least help them overcome whatever fears, or we can help them out. And, you know, we really want to be able to grow that thing. That would
well, it is. Yeah, it is altruistic because you guys are kind of my best-kept secret, and I hate to let people know sometimes.
I get it. I understand. I get it.
Anyway, last week I called Thomas, and I was in UUP, and UUP wasn't completely short the European dollar.
Yeah.
So he told me about EUO.
Right.
I made a huge pop this morning. I was waiting to get on with you guys before the Open, but I sold at the Open.
Okay.
I want you to look at it if you would. Now it's up another 7 points on me. So what should I do? Should I wait for it to get inside the Bollinger Band and maybe go ahead and go long again, or wait a day, or what's your thoughts?
Well, you know, if you're going to play the and folks, the EUO is the ultra pro shares of the shorting the euro. And so, you know, Stuart, do you have access to be able to take a look at the euro US dollar currency pair? You know, even if you don't trade it, do you have access to watch that?
Well, yes, I do. I actually am currently in a practice account with Forex. I'm probably going to go active. Everything you guys have taught me in the last month, I realized, you know what, I don't want a middleman. I'm good enough to manage my own funds.
Hey, I love that. And what's actually even cooler about the euro is that you can be, you know, in the currency pairs that you're trading that overnight. And it's really, in this day and age, with regard to the volatility that we have going on, it doesn't matter what drives it. I don't care what drives it, whether it's news, whether it's fundamentals, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter what's driving it. But when you're actually playing the currency pair, because the market is so liquid, you know, 4 or 5 times more liquid than certainly the U.S. market that we trade, and the EUO, that, look, if you're on the wrong side of the trade, somehow, you might be on the right side of the trade when you went to bed, okay? But then when you wake up, right, when you wake up to be able to trade it, all of a sudden you're on the wrong side of the bed. And what's nice about the currency pairs, only rarely do I suggest to my subscribers to actually play you know, an ETF with regard to currency. I would much rather teach them how to actually trade the currency pair. And the reason is because the only certainty that you have in life is being able to have a stop in place and, you know, and your risk.
And overnight you don't have that.
You don't, not with the ETF. But in this case here, what you would also do is, you know, there's great systems out there where you can continue to move your stops up. In this case here, you'd be moving your stops down if you were short the euro US dollar. And to answer your question, you know, right now what you've got is the euro has got this huge wide range bar, you know, from overnight, and it's coming right into the 0.618 retracement area, which is 135.5. As it comes into this area, if we clear that level, I mean, which would be, you know, quite a move, okay? If we clear this level and we stay below this 135 area, you know, not only does that suggest that we're going to go ahead and get down to the 0.786, which is 133, what it's really suggesting to me is that what it will do is it will complete another ABC down, a smaller one, which would actually take the euro down to the 128 level. So, you know, the question of, and I'll switch back over here to the EUO for you. Give me one second.
I mean, all those indicators are so far top. I've never seen indicators off the screen like that before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a 5-minute or 3-minute chart.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's so let me see, the EUO. So the EUO right now, you're traded 1862. If you got out this morning, you know, and you were in the trade, I'll tell you what, Larry Pesavento taught me one of the best lessons. And that was this. I was trading the day that we had the election that President Obama won. Okay, so that was 3 years ago. I was trading the pound dollar. It was incredible. I got in that trade at about 10 o'clock at night before before the election, and it was a perfect pattern. When I say perfect, it was a perfect Gartley pattern. It was a nice 0.786 pattern. It was on the daily chart, and you like to be able to see those Gartley patterns form on the daily chart because it takes longer for that to occur. And I remember placing that trade. I remember crashing out around midnight, and the account was up nice. And what I did was I kept moving my stop up on the platform that I had, and at about, probably about 7 in the morning, I went to vote. But before I was voting, and I was up big, not just like a little, but it was huge. And I would continue to move my stop up. But what happened was I accidentally, when I moved it, it closed out the deal. Now,
I've done that before.
Yeah. Now I was up huge, not a little. It was a huge currency move, and I said, and I just stayed out. Now I remember talking to Larry about it. I don't know whether it was the following day, that day, whenever it was. You've done that, Stuart. Larry's done that.
Yeah.
I've done that. We've all done it. And what he said, and this, so I'm going to pass along this advice. What he said to me was, look, if you ever do that and you're in that trade and it was the right trade, just get back in. Don't worry about the fact. Don't be.
I'm going to tell you what. When Thomas told me about this trade, it was when Thomas told me about the ETF, it was trading at $17.95. We're talking about almost a 4% pop here.
Yeah.
And I bought 10,000 shares. So I mean, I'm loving you guys. I'm about ready to get a first-class airplane ticket down there and give Thomas a big kiss.
Okay. Hey, he'd like that. He likes kisses. I like big slobbery kisses.
Well, hey, I got to get back to the trading day. Steve, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Tell Thomas thank you, too.
You bet. Okay, thanks for calling in, Stuart. So, so folks, again, and it's really important to watch these currency pairs. So here, when we're taking a look at the euro, and what you can see is that what the euro actually did here, and it doesn't matter whether it's the euro we're looking at, it's just simply the chart pattern that forms here. And what we had is we've got this nice Gartley pattern that was created on the euro that brought the euro down to 131. Now, one of the things that we like to be able to teach is when you trade this Gartley pattern, where is it likely going to bounce to? And what you'll see on the Gartley is first it'll get up to the 0.382, and as you get into that area, and the 382 is of the ABC down, in this case here on the euro it was from 149 down to 131. And as you come into that, it's going to give you information. If you're coming in with a wide range bar, it's telling you you're going to go to the 0.618. Well, the 0.618 on the euro was at 142.5. We got there, and now we're making our way down. And we're making our way down with a little vengeance here. So 877-927-6648. We'll be right back. You have the Dow down 262.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed, with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to your trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And, yeah, please stay on the phone. Now, what I've got up on my screen here is the Euro chart. I've got it on a 240-minute time frame. Just on that time frame, it's a little bit easier to see on TigerTV. We certainly want you being able to watch us on TigerTV. And, you know, if you've listened to a couple of the shows, you know how when I take a look at the AB equals CD pattern, what I like about what I want you to be able to do, hopefully you have this on the tool that you're using if you're drawing your ABC patterns, is I like to take a look at the angle of the C to D leg and compare that to the angle of the A to B leg, because that's going to give you also some additional information with regard to the power of the strength of the move. In this case here, you know, if we're taking a look at the Euro on a short-term time frame, a short-term 240-minute time frame, I'm going up to the swing point, which was done at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 27th, right around the 142.45 level. And then the actual B point here, I see that I've got that not drawn correctly here on my screen. Give me 1 second here to do that. And so the B point here on this is going to come down to the time frame right here at about 12 noon on November the 1st. Now, the actual C point here, I'm going to go ahead and use last night. Overnight, and what you can see is that the Euro, you know, is coming down very, very hard. Now, what you want to do is you want to be able to watch that, because if, in this case here, on the way down, if it stays on the left side of that angle, number one, it's going to tell you, especially as you're coming into the 0.786 area, which is what the Euro looks like it wants to do, that would take it down to 133. Well, a 1-to-1 A to B equals C to D would complete right around the 132 level. So, you know, you're going to want to watch for a signal from the Euro. And the reason why you want to do that is because the Euro represents such a big part of the U.S. dollar index, 64% or something like that. And right now, while we have a correlation going on, all right, while we have a correlation between the U.S. market and the dollar index, you want to watch that. Now, look, here's the reality, folks. That's called fear and greed. So, you know, it's just like life. You know, when you think things are going great, you think they're going to go on for, you know, forever. And when things are going bad, you think they're going to go on forever. Well, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work that way in life. It doesn't work that way in trading. And what we do is we use the sacred geometry. We use these expansions of swing points, which would be the 1.272, 1.618, 2.618, and we use contractions of other swing points, 382, 618 and 0.786. And when you can get those to line up with each other or very close to each other, that's when you're going to get a swing point where you're going to go from fear to greed, if you will. And I'm using those just simply, and that is a bad thing, if you will. You want to understand how the markets are breathing. So you've got those to use. You also have the type of bar as you're coming into areas. And you've got, when you take a look at your ABCs, you want to take a look at the angle that it's coming in at. If we go take a look at, let's go take a look at the ETFs that are out there, see what kind of volume it is that we have behind this move. Is there volume or is this just simply a price move? So if we go ahead and let's take a look at the SPYs as an example. I should have left that off. If we take a look at the SPYs, so I've got the 10-minute chart up, so that means, only got 3 candles, if you will, to take a look at. So in the first 10-minute trade, we did 11 million shares on the way down, then 10.5 million shares. In this 30-minute session, when we've got 3 minutes left, you've got 7.3 million shares. If you take a look at this volume compared to the prior days, we're going to have some volume. Now, why is it? And one of the things that my subscribers, my clients now will look at is, yesterday was the moon was at apogee. And if you go back and you take a look at the different lunar phases that are out there, perigee, apogee, new moon, full moon, and we've got a full moon coming tomorrow. You start mapping those on your charts. You want to do that, folks. Or if you don't want to do that, come over, sign up for my newsletter for 30 days. You'll take a look at how it is on my charts, and then you'll be able to make some trading decisions. Thanks so much for being here, folks. Absolutely love it. Stay tuned. We got Birthday Boys coming in here. We'll be right back.
For some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most